You know what I really want to see, which we probably won't? Just like a drive-by McCree on one of these platforms. With the changes to Deadeye, it could actually be good because it's such a cool play when you see at the end of Volskaya. This is another map with those moving platforms that kind of negate his mobility during that phase. You know, there's a lot of things I would love to see. I mean, just if anyone picks McCree, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I mean, McCree he's so satisfying to play when you just hit those headshots from long range, or a Tracer blinks into you and you flashbang and hit a headshot. But now with the ultimate change, doing an extra 80 damage within the first second or 60 damage within the first second is insane. Against dive comps, you're looking at people who have 150, 200 health.
McCree can headshot?
Yeah.
Huh.
Not when you play him, but I swear you can.
I just use the fan the hammer the whole time. I
like Jake.
Yeah, I just fan. I'm a big fan of the fan. And they're gonna come out here early on and just not. You know, did they even check the train?
I believe we did have a...
Okay, Sonic already get out there. Yeah, so you got to check the train. You check yourself before you train. Train. This is where Jason doesn't know if he's just gone crazy or I'm actually just saying the same word over and over.
I'm just thinking about the plane in traffic. It makes sense now.
I don't remember. And coming up over the top and trying to just poke back and forth, holding a little further back. There are some teams who have been playing very aggressive up front. That is a beautiful charge shot from IPN. Taken out to Vic, who peeked through that cave. Maybe learned his lesson there. It's a boop from Evoke to take down Reinforce. So a couple quick kills here already for the offense, and they look, I mean, we can see why this is one of the few maps they've looked very good on NWA.
I swear, watching Reinforce just float there, I had Enya queue up in my head, just seeing him just slowly drop to his death, because you just knew there's nothing I can do here. I'm just gonna let this one happen. But no, you're very right. Like, NWA just completely dismantled the defense out of Misfits, and that all started with Tvik getting caught out by IPM, able to connect that great headshot. I think there was an Orbit Destruction coming through, and gave them an advantage, and also gave them the control advantage, because the IPM's not being pressured, Evo's not being pressured, which is something Tvik has done so well so far in all of today's games.
Well, the silver lining is they died so early they can come back and fight. The non-silver lining is that Reinforce and Nevix die immediately after getting back into the fight. Gonna try to bring this back is Manitin, but he finds himself way out of position. Doesn't die just yet, but he's just delaying the inevitable. And a sound barrier comes out. Maybe Tvik bluffed that out. Oh, Tvik got the boost and he's got the bomb ready, so I guess that's enough to scare me into a sound barrier. Fair enough.
And that post bombs has come through to Mikey, and it just didn't connect on anything, unfortunately, but Mills got the visor. He's got really no one contesting him, but the thing is, there's so much HP on everyone on the enemy side. He can't get these kills, and somehow Misfits, are they going to post one back? They get 2 kills, they get a double on a man to the self-destruct, and Nevix takes an IPN. They're going to commit a lot of ultras to do this, but they've held this first point.
It starts off with making them sound barrier when they're 6v3. Like, that shouldn't be able to happen. You should be able to clean that up. They do not. So that sound barrier comes out. A later sound barrier then comes out for Misfits, gives them all the room they need to operate. They also forced out a Transcend with NWA, who had felt like they were cost invested in that fight already, and now they've got nothing to go with. And it all comes down to, I think, Tvik scaring the other team, coming in. I mean, he was glowing blue. You know, that's frightening.
That is the worst color to glow if you've watched Dragon Ball.
You know I haven't.
Wait, you tell me you don't watch anime at all, Hex?
Yeah.
I did not know that news. We're Reinforce gonna jump into the backside looking for IPN. He's gonna be paired in nicely with Tvik, who picks up that kill. And this should be a whitewash for the most part. Payload's not gonna be backdoored either. But keep in mind, this is a rematch from last week where they did play on Route 66, and Misfits did win 1-0. Yeah. So that means NWA did not get the first checkpoint, and it seemed to become true yet again here, as we see them struggling with less than a minute to go.
Less than a minute indeed, and yeah, that's a Route 66 score that doesn't happen too often. Teams being first held before first point and only getting first point, well, only needing first point. Mikey has to do something here. He's been kind of the saving grace for them. Again, a newer addition to their roster. He's got Pulse Bomb up, needs an entry kill, needs to stick something here. Tvik has just done all he's wanted through this cave, even though he's been discorded every time he peeks through there. They're going to try to rotate in there, get something going on. Tvik is just going to poke down Mikey as he's low himself, does not want to get super aggro.
And you can see what they're focusing down onto, right? It's going to be the Diva. They get the D-suit, which allows, the rest of the team to get some free damage off not being mitigated too much. Meantime, the pain is not being touched. 15 seconds left to go. Here, the kill feed is still all going blue, and there's still a lot of ultimates to use on the side of Misfits. NWA might get the post bomb, but he didn't even use it in the last fight.
Yeah, I don't like it. He was able to kill, I think, Baby Diva there towards the end, but holding Pulse Bomb is like not using blink. It's one of your basic abilities. It's the biggest part of her kit, and to go through that fight and not try to get a flank and entry. Route 66 is almost designed for flankers. Maybe if they're covering cave, you go around right side, come through the gas station. I don't know what's going on there, but it's the second time that I've...
Can you do that seminar for people at my rank about tracers, you know, have an ability to blink across the map?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Because I feel like people in my rank games need to realize that Tracer, she has abilities.
She has abilities. She's not just 150 HP, dance around 80, and try to take on the other Tracer. I'm guilty of it too, though. Like, if another Tracer is doing better than me, I'm like, I'm only going to go after that other Tracer. It
really?
is time.
See, I say... You know, I have a job, you know, I can't sit here and play the game all day. Go to school, you know, go do something in your life.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you start trash talking people who are better at the game than you. Like, well, clearly you don't do anything else.
And what they don't realize is that's all I do.
Yeah.
I just want to make myself feel better about this. Looks like Manton will be on the Reaper yet again. We were not going to see an Honor this time, so no Awesome Blossoms, unfortunately. Going to be used out of them. I feel like I had a missed opportunity with that one earlier, with the Death Blossom.
I made the next level joke of calling it the Bloomin' Onion. Because the Awesome Blossom and the Bloomin' Onion are you know, two exact same dishes of different names.
That's true. But they're both delicious equally.
I look at those and gain weight. They're like 7,000 calories.
I can feel my cholesterol level just rising thinking about it.
Well, the path to victory, very, very simple. Here, they just have to get the cart a little bit further, which is just a little shy of actual first point here.
But this is to talk about, you know, what Misfits could potentially do. The Widowmaker, it is a likely possibility because if you get that 1 or maybe 2 picks, then hey, you're looking at that first point being taken. So NWA have to play so carefully here. And yeah, what 7? I feel like he's going to be spotted, but there's no IPN. I just really want to see for some reason like a scatter shot just immediately slaughter him.
Oh yeah, I knew there was a reason deep down that I didn't like you, and now I just figured out why. You're rooting for the scatter shot. You soulless monster. Well, a couple kills come in as they're going to play this aggressive defense. This is not anything brand new. This is not something they're being forced into necessarily based on the positioning. This is just where some teams have been playing lately, playing out front here, trying to get early kills, and it's been hard for offenses to break it, even with the massive spawn advantage that they have.
And they also want to farm up a lot of ults too to use, because they're going to know eventually we probably will lose this fight, but we're going to have an ult advantage over you going to the second point, or at least a decent amount of ultimates to work with. And it looks like they have get up a lot of ground here. Mill's being pressured quite heavily. He's actually on 1 HP. He's eventually going to fall to reinforce. He's able to just stick to him with the help of Nevix, and they're going to lose even a third here. So Evo actually kind of helps him because he can help get the rest of his team back here to the party a little bit faster, as the rest of the team is still stalling on the payload, most importantly. Die on the payload, guys. If you're in rank, always die on the payload, because look how much time they've just bought the rest of his team to regroup.
Yeah, Manatee just having the day of his life, though, as he finishes up 4 kills. But you're right, the Lucio dying right there is going to let them get back in time. The Lucio taxi service in full effect as he's going to wait for everyone to come up. And the next fight is going to be their best. You haven't heard taxi?
No, I'm just thinking speed, taxi.
Speed. IPN will have the... I just heard it from production. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't. No.
So that's what production just yells all the time. It's awesome. IPN's going to have the EMP here ready for the next fight. Emerald goes down to Nevix, so it's a big source of the damage. They wanted to use post-EMP. Watt's gonna, I think at some point, if they're in trouble, has to pop Primal Rage. They will use EMP, but where is the cleanup here, Jason?
Well, Manson didn't get caught by the EMP, which allowed him to get his visor off. Also the Nano Boost. Tavik was being given so much freedom in the backline with his Tracer not being focused down. Like, they're giving Misfits way too much freedom, and they're pretty much just gonna say goodbye here. This should be a 4-0. I don't think I see anything stopping Misfits from closing this one out.
No, not at all. And as you mentioned, Manson with the visor there did not get hit by the EMP. A critical target you have to hit. That's delay tries to come out, but Nevix will clean up the remainder of that, and Watt is going to have to be the hero, but I don't see it happening. It's not been the case all day, and the Misfits will win this set in convincing fashion after already today 3-1ing Laser Kittens.
Yeah,
Misfits looking good.
Looking very good to take the groups first place. Actually, I think they've... I'm not going to say it guaranteed because I'm not the guy to ever do that. But I'm pretty sure it puts them comfortably, or a very, very likely chance of being first seed.
Well, the map wins help a lot because you're getting all the map wins there. That would be one of the first tiebreakers if they do tie with Laser Kittens. going to map wins rather than head-to-head, which makes total sense for group stages. How are you against the group?
Let's just say Laser Kids probably need to 4-0 NWA and Team Esport or Summer athletes to maybe have a chance to dislodge that first seed.
Probably.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look at that a little bit closer, because I think that if they did, they would be a map up. But we'll have to look. And, of course, we've got a lot more Overwatch yet to play, so we'll have to see that. But, I mean, it was a 4-0 in favor of Misfits. They played very strong. And I think that some of the disjointedness of NWA was really apparent there at the end when they were playing that aggressive defense on first, and it all fell apart when both of their tanks were up front, and it left their backline completely open. And, I mean, it doesn't take much to bring down your back line when you don't have anybody protecting.
When you're attacking
Nevix
like
and
that,
Reinforced were there,
Yeah, exactly. When you're attacking into that, you can commit your tank and your Genji and Tracer to go into their back line, because if you kill one or two of them and then you die, then you have the respawn advantage.
But no one's really running tank Genji Tracer on a single attack. I mean...
We're like,
it's preposterous. How would this ever happen? But no, like they had the advantage to do that. Like they had the safety net of, I mean, we're gonna die, but we're gonna respawn back in and at least offset you guys.
Yeah, well, while we were watching that, I actually got some insider information as to why Nevix may be playing so well today in his Dragon Blades, and otherwise, I think it's a sugar rush, actually, in this case, from his birthday cake. It unconfirmed, but it may or may not be his birthday, so I think that's got to be what it is.